Welcome back to tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. My name is Jarosar. We are hopping into game number 2. It is on Miramar. We're going 2 Miramars, 2 Erangels, and 2 Tagos tonight on Pro Scrims. Isn't that interesting indeed? You've got 18 of the finest competitive teams in Europe giving us a little bit of action tonight. Our final Miramar game of the evening, because we will be playing on 3 different maps, has begun now. Best of luck to all teams concerned. Let's go ahead and take a look. It's a very southern skewed playing path here, isn't it? Really, it's a 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock path here, which means even San Martin is extremely tricky for teams to get to. Going to be really difficult for a lot of teams to get anywhere north of that without grabbing a lot of vehicles. So I fully expect that's what's going to happen straight away. Do we have a potential here? Thunder and Full Tilt looking like they're okay. We have, though, got Luminox Planet relatively close to 2 members of Full Tilt. They've moved back. We're all good. August 4 are this way. They seem to be just fine as well. And the rest of the lobby appear to be chilling out just a little bit. Excellent. Oh dear. Okay. Valle del Mar, circle number 1. We have a little bit of a situation here. Ding, I'm going to be smack bang in the middle of it. Let's keep an eye out on who is going to be getting vehicles and hopping over there super quickly. Who's going to be looting and just accepting that they're going to be moving in late. This is very much a shift and a half. Win or Die and Pacific Esports on the mini-map look like they might be relatively close to each other. They're not. Pacific Esports are moving further north, so we are fine there. Do we have any disagreements elsewhere on the map? It doesn't look like it at the moment. I still need to work out why we haven't got the team logo for Yepa. This is 100% on me, because Yepa did send me the logo earlier on. So I'm not completely sure why it doesn't work. So I will find that out in just a bit, guys. But I'll try and get it fixed for game number 3. But just so you know, it's not the player's fault. Pretty sure I have Yepa saved here. I do indeed. I've just checked. That's all well and good. We will sort this out, no problem. Odin, Groan, Ulsang, and Thunderlost, of course. Very, very big names in the PUBG scene. And they are in Chumacera. And completely fine from a positional point of view. Entropic to the west of Los Leones, but that's only half the team. Mixi and Evas are choosing to get going onto the southern highway. Nice and early. Still 2 minutes to go before phase 1 begins to shrink, but they're already scouting out potential options for places to be. They'll note that that hot dog compound and this hot dog compound are both free. The one up here gives a slightly higher vantage point. Could be moving straight past it to see if we can get something even further in. We are indeed. Let's take a look at where they might be going. Evas down south. Mixi just doing a bit of scouting up the mountain, but there's nobody here at the moment. Yepa might be moving up to where Aimlol is, although he's already getting the heck out of Dodge. And rejoining the rest of his team, knowing that people might be rotating in early. We're at the 4-minute mark of the game now, so we can kind of expect people to be pushing up at this point. Just as a reminder, as everyone can see in the bottom right-hand corner as well, there is a G-Coin giveaway going on this evening for people who are watching the stream. All you have to do is type !giveaway in chat, but if you are a subscriber to the channel, so if you got a Twitch Prime sub, now is the time to use it. You will get 5 bonus entries to that giveaway. So you get 6 chances to win one of those G-Coin codes in the raffle in total instead of just the 1. Best of luck to all of you. Even if you're not a subscriber, you will get a chance in the giveaway. But obviously the 5 bonus entries comes in very handy indeed if you are a Twitch subscriber as well. Right. Team's starting to properly move in. We can see the whole of Digital Athletics not messing about. They're relatively close by. In fact, they're going to be splitting Entropic 2 and 2. Nailup will be coming up onto them relatively soon. I don't know if he's heard the vehicles from DA, but I'm assuming he has. Yeah, he keeps glancing over to the right-hand side. He knows what's up. The team's definitely going to that compound. He'll be telling his teammates right now. Completely and utterly accurate. And once again, the phase one closing shenanigans might be about to start. Exalt and Digital Athletics. Exalt and Ding. Very, very close to each other right now. And Artix is definitely... Oh, I said Artix. There we go. Observer interface. Has definitely heard that someone in a vehicle has rocked up very, very close indeed. Aimlaw's the first person to have a bit of damage knocked off him. This is dangerous for Artix because if he knows that there are people there and he starts focusing on them, he might miss sail. Gedra knocks Artix anyway, though, so it doesn't look like that's ended up being a huge concern. And Artix is very, very split from the rest of Exalt. We've got Fate and Sub in a 2-2 split. They haven't arrived nearly in time to help Artix and Fairist. They're driving over now, but this is maybe a little bit too little too late unless they have some unbelievably heroic Rambo-style stuff. Fairist gets dropped by Gedrox. Good initiative there to peek over the ledge. They're fighting Exalt one at a time right now, guys. Aimlol and Sail are both down. So this isn't one-way criticism or anything of the sort. But Exalt are fighting Ding essentially one at a time. It's unfortunate, though, that Ding has lost 2 players in this process. So I feel like both sides could definitely have done better. Faith and Sub are going to be moving out and just consolidating a position while the rest of the players get into zone. Senya is going to come and join Gedrox as well. Foot Esports opting to go via the islands. I like that. On the north side of Valal Del Mar Bridge, we've also got an absolutely delicious crate. I don't think anyone's going to be grabbing that too soon. Is Senya getting shot at by PBL? He is not. He should be fine to rejoin his team. Nice and quiet, seeing if we can go ahead and grab this compound. We can, although protecting vehicle tires is very difficult. So he's going to try and park it as close to the wall as possible. You know what? On the slope should just about work. Yes, it does indeed. Very nicely done. Sub and Fate continuing to cause problems, shall we say, for Gedrox. Not 100% sure where they are. The speculative frag grenades, though, aren't helping. Using up some of his utility, but not doing any damage to the enemy at the moment, unfortunately. I think Senya might be persuading Gedrox to join him. Is that what's happening, or are we just having a little bit of repositioning here of the vehicle? It's just repositioning. They're going to stay split for now, but as soon as someone looks like they might be coming down to try and take this, they will just jet and head over to the other player. Of that, I am sure. Exhalation moving in from La Drilera. And Savim could catch themselves in a little bit of a split situation here. Global Army and Baron Peak, as the crow flies, aren't too far. Oh dear. Oh, this is an interesting view. Very stylized this. Let's go ahead and get out of that by... There we go. Ooh. God, that made me dizzy. Did that make anyone else dizzy? Schiller was thinking about grabbing this compound as well. Immediately turning tail. Could have been shot out of the car there if they hadn't reacted as quickly. And Savem are very 2-2 sloop. Baron Peak and Global Army would take ages to get up to Schiller and in next here. So I'm very, very glad that that ended up happening. Exhalation and Hoba now need to find a way to recognize that that is a little bit of a split. Because if they just casually waltz down here, there are 2 more members of Savem on the low ground as well. So not all straightforward for our heroes here. Not today anyway. They've heard a vehicle. That's Marbo getting the hell out of Dodge. I think Marbo knew that people were here. Noavi definitely knows he's there as well, opting to let him get away, which is fair enough. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Win or Die and Orgless might throw some cats amongst the pigeons here. Let's have a peek. Ramek, who featured quite heavily in our coverage last game, let's be honest. They could be moving in towards Exhalation. Or they could go halfway up the hill and go whee and head back down again. That's also a vibe. Also a vibe. They're getting very, very deep. I don't think they're going to push their luck beyond this hot dog compound, honestly. I think it might be a bit much. Phase 3 goes properly down south towards Valle del Mar. And I am so surprised that Foot Esports came in here quite clearly in vehicles, and they just straight up destroyed Senya. I thought Senya would be able to get away and rejoin Gedro, but it doesn't look like it. So now Dinger down to a single player. Beamy knocked from Celtic. And they've got really good cover here as well. I don't think they really want to push out, though. Get as many knocks as you want. You're really just farming damage here. Unless you get 2 knocks and you push over in vehicles, realistically, I don't think Pacific Esports are looking to aggress. This cannon will be interesting over here, though. Oh, hello. Well, that just got hot. Auglis and Exhalation fighting for exactly the same compound. Let's go ahead and hop on board with Daboom. Whoa! Well, that was very brief. Salik, last man standing at the moment, and actually having his view of getting out really difficult. The car actually blocked his access up to try and help his team. Exhalation eliminated as a result, and Auglis will be able to crack on. Have they lost anyone? They have not. Nail Cops actually had 2 kills to his name, and he gets revived as well. So Auglis are up to 4 kills. Not to be confused with Auglis 4, who are also in this game. I think with 0 kills, but don't quote me on that. We'll find out in just a second. The Woo and Full Tilt having a little bit of an argument elsewhere. Woo X Escape. Part the Woo, part Scape. Excellent flashbang that I can only presume is from Kasu, as they're looking to push in. Pump action shotgun, though, from Sosed, means that this isn't quite as straightforward as you would expect. Good nade. More smokes coming out from Sosed. Remember, the more he can force them to push up to him close range, the better the shotgun's going to be. So Sosed's very happy with this. Oh dear. That took 4 shots to the shotgun. Not ideal at all. Sosed gets the knock. He'll even get time to heal. I thought Iconics was going to vault out of the window and make things really awkward for him, but it doesn't look like it. Reloading the shotgun. Sosed gets away with it. Good underarm nade throw. Enemy has moved, though. I think Kasu is watching. He's on the other end of this building, knowing that someone is here. Iconics was not spotted by Sosed on this occasion. So just a little bit too thick. Speculative shots through. Nearly gets a bit of damage done, but not quite. 20 seconds until phase 3 starts to move. Yes, you can afford to wait here, but you are also sacrificing some of your late game position. You have to commit to this, though. Unless someone... Like, if they get in the vehicle and roll away, that's fair enough. Don't think they can do that, though. I get the feeling that vehicle's very damaged. Yes, it's missing a front right wheel. Kasu has got some questions to ask. Rolls the vehicle to see if that baits the push coming out of Wooscape. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I would have loved to see Kasu wrapping around the west side there. Didn't happen. Good knock onto Sosed. Iconics now probably needs to help out as well. This vehicle is blocked from leaving. He can't actually get out right now. His options are limited. Oh dear! Lovely jumping shot, but it's not going to matter because around back, is that Quizzy? Oh, I beg your pardon. It's Nixie even. Should be able to get Quizzy back up in just a moment. Manages to get the absolutely lovely crowning shot there with the M4. The Woo will survive. They've got 4 kills, 2 players left alive, but they are now stuck in the blue in phase 3. We're officially not going to the southern island. Win or Die have decided to go that route anyway. Are they going to go all the way back around Los Higos, I wonder? I think they might be. We'll keep an eye on that in just a bit. Gedrox, last surviving member of Ding. Relatively quiet earlier on. Now coming into his own just a bit. Gets grown from Yeppa. A fairly safe point from long range as well. Pacific Esports pushing out against Primal. Apparently Vela Del Mar wasn't big enough for 2 teams, and now they are really trying to drive the point home. Pushing up through the building as well. Elias and Didaz, the 2 players holding what looks to be the 2nd floor. Under our names coming out, not helping just yet. You've got the red dot on the ace. Pacific now holding the floor below. Shotguns are involved as well. How are they going to make progress here? I'm not sure they can. Not easily anyway. Not without trading out. Nice nade, but no purchase. Phase 4 has popped as well, and they are very much out of zone. Oh my god, they are so out of zone. It's a 4 o'clock hard shift. They have to move, and they have to move soon. Getting third-partied as well by BBL doesn't help. And it looks like Pacific Esports are opting to go out of that building and slowly move around to the east. I think this is the right call. They might even have to do it slightly quicker. 2 minutes left to go until phase 4 pushes in. BBL have got a chance to continue a third-party attempt as well from here. And Foot Esports... Oh, this is evil. Foot Esports could be using this opportunity to get into the edge of zone. No, they're going to sandwich. They're going to sandwich. They are hungry for these kills. Toygar goes down. Follow up nade from AC to try and finish him off. Oh, that's Thunder. Thunder from down under. 5 o'clock position. They're 1 minute 13 until this zone properly closes. If ATC's only got 1 more first aid left, this is not a position you want to be in. Bard joins them, but this isn't going to be fun. 3 damage a second. You're going to have to move. This is Entropic now. And that's a beautiful kill from Mixie. Thoroughly enjoying this, and that's from inside the circle. 8x on the Mini 14 seems to be ringing true. You've got View of Thunder as well, who are also third-partying. That's Foot Esports eliminated, taking that fight maybe a little bit longer than they otherwise should have. Rather than prioritizing getting into zone, they are out before phase 4 closes. Sarvem popping in to keep Entropic in check. You get a knock. Schiller hasn't quite got the confirm yet. I don't think they will. Nail Up nearly goes down, but Sarvem are buying this... buying an opportunity to approach off of the time spent with a member of Entropic down. A lot of smoke grenades coming out now as well. Mixie pops up to the side, anticipating the push-up. Throws himself a frag for his effort. Looking for Baron Peak, doesn't quite get him. And the blind shots through the smoke. I mean, they both hit each other, but it looks like Entropic will be able to defend at the end of that. Evas and Nailab will have to go ahead and grab Mixie, but that's not a problem at all. Down to 9 teams alive. This is very quick compared to some of the previous pro scrim games that we've seen where we've had sort of 11, 12 teams left remaining, even in sort of phase 6, and it gets into a little bit of a tinderbox situation. That hasn't happened here. The action's been pretty thick and fast. Entropic back up to 3. They've got 5 kills under their belt this game so far. Luminox Planet. You know what? These guys have had a relatively quiet game, but they're also in a pretty decent position. They're going to have to collapse onto each other at some point soon. There's not too much point of Astro Pilecki and Max staying out there that much longer. But they have an okay position in zone. They'll be able to challenge win or die a little bit later on. They've got low ground, remember, so these guys can just sort of hold out up here and look pretty and be in a very, very strong position. Must be frustrating, though, to be in a game like this for over 20 minutes. Knowing that it will simply take a little bit of time. She created a Messinic for the Augless 4, as opposed to Augless. Now defending against the Wu. Good frag grenade. Quizzy and Nixie. Both getting hit by a frag each. Nixie by the Molotov. Like, you know, practically on top of... Oh my god! The power of smoke grenades, guys. Messinic was practically on top of Quizzy. And now Quizzy's got him. Sword off, thank you very much. Death from above. Messinic goes down. Not much he can do against that there. She created down to 1 shot. Augless 4 eliminated as Wu Escape. I'm going to call them Wu Escape. I think it's a great team name. Continue to move in. Quizzy Nixie. 5 kills between them. 6 total for the team. We're now into the placement points. We've got Digital Athletics now aggressing upon Entropic, who have defended this sort of position from what? 2 teams successfully so far. This could end up being the 3rd. We'll find out. It's a 3v4. Initial nades being used. Petrelli still inside the single story and less active than Code Marco, for example, in terms of pushing the building. Digital Athletics, maybe they're looking for a pick-off. They're not necessarily looking to full-on push. If they get a free knock here, they will, but they don't have to. Nail-up gets Lyron. Evening the score 3-all. Underarm flashbang implies that Nail-up's coming in. That's an S12K. Code Marco down and out, and suddenly DA are surrounded. Nail-up goes down. Are we going to get the trade? No! Huth, what an absolute beast. Gets several there. He's up to 2 kills. Matralius, Huth, Lyron all still up. Digital Athletics up to 6 kills. And Entropic could not defend against this one, but DA do not have long to recover. Thunder are on their doorstep. I don't think they're coming all the way up to the compound. But they have to do something. Both of these teams have to move into zone. Ketpa being held out now by Luminox. We got nail caught beforehand. Very difficult to see Ketpa from here. You basically can't. And he's happy to just sit and wait while an angel contemplates his fate. Thunder moving ever closer to the Digital Athletics position, but remember, they're doing so from a position down the cliff. DA are very happy to take that fight, and they come down. Maybe about 30 seconds earlier than they absolutely had to. They wanted to push for initiative. It almost worked. They got 2 members of Thunder down, but unfortunately, the sharpshooting just a little bit too good there. Although the third party here is strong too. Instantly going back down to a Wu Escape. Oh my god, you guys are so good. Nixie and Quizzy recognizing that the third party here should get them a couple of kills, and it does indeed. They're up to 10 kills total from that snap judgment call. Really nicely done. 6 kills as well for Nixie. 3 for Quizzy. Really good. However, it's a 4v4 v2v1, and as a duo, can they take out the rest of the lobby? Statistically, it looks, shall we say, difficult, but possible. It depends on if any third-party opportunities arise. If Luminox and Win or Die, for example, fight each other, that would work. Pydaros down to 1 shot, as is Quizzy. Backing away with a flashbang to feign aggression. Buys himself enough time to get the heal off. Ketper eliminated, so that's another third-party Thorn. No longer in the side of either of the teams that have 4 players up. This does not play into the hands of the Wu at all. Win or Die have got the low ground. Luminox have got the high ground. And Wu Escape attempting to navigate the terrain in between the two. I feel like the more time passes, the more information Win or Die get. I'm not sure what they do with that info, but they will know that another team is roughly in the Wu's position. I don't think he's seen them anytime lately on the kill feed, but we'll know that's the reason why Luminox can't immediately push down, because the third-party risk is a little too great. Just a little bit. Luminox holding the high ground, understanding that the Wu are the ones that have to come to them. Definitely not the other way round. To their left, we've got Win or Die. On the low ground, but in circle. They understand the assignment. Nades out, actually does a fair bit of damage to Quizzy. And Astro Pilecki with the follow-up. Gets him down. That's big. Nixie needs the insta-res. Is it gonna get it? Astro Pilecki finishes off the second player on his own. And now it's a straight-up 4v4. Win or Die on the low ground. Luminox on the high ground. You gotta give the high ground a bit of advantage here. Phase 7 ticking down. Let's see what phase 8 does. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a donut. Not quite. It's a bit of a northern shift. Wouldn't say it particularly disadvantages Luminox. Win or Die are going to be... They're going to have their flanking options slightly reduced by phase 8. But otherwise, both teams are going to have to move slightly. Using some of this utility, let's find out where that nade goes. Too far. Ramek looking. Hasn't got the angle just yet, though. They're not dictating the pace of this fight. Knows roughly where Burger is. Sees his head pop above the parapet. But he's the one who gets shot for his trouble. Being played out very strategically, this. Luminox know they have the high ground advantage. Win or Die know that the longer they wait, the more Luminox will probably have to move down off the top, and that's when they have their biggest chance to win. Both teams playing it relatively smart. Pydaros, the furthest advance of Luminox. But because of this mini plateau here, he doesn't actually see much in the way of enemy. And I don't think they know that someone like Pydaros is that close as well. He hasn't really gotten into a position to peek effectively so far. That position is sort of here. But this obviously is a very, very dangerous place to be. Next zone is going to be phase 9. The middle of the circle is essentially here. So win or die have their best opportunity yet. Lots of smokes coming out from Luminox. Try and even the playing field. Burger has been spotted by Ramik significantly further up than he would like. Ramik knows that the blue zone's on his back, so wants to pile on as much pressure as possible, but doesn't know that Max is significantly close. I feel like Max is going to be the spoiler here. Nade coming down. Very good nade, actually. Close to being an absolutely solid direction. Max brings the surprise. That's Ramik boss down. Hyruzen looking to trade out. Max playing this so smartly. Does some initial damage onto Hyruzen. Definitely sees him there as well. Max now rotating back up. And we've got 2 members of Luminox coming down to be very, very aggressive indeed. Max on the flank goes down. And Hyruzen goes down to Burger. It only extends left. Not going to need the flank at all from Pydaros. Luminox Planet, ladies and gentlemen, with 7 kills, will win game number 2 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Congratulations to Luminox Planet. In second place, we have Win or Die. And in third place, we've got Woo Escape with a huge 10 kills.